Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird answers that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret.
Hooray!
I am Emmett Davenport.
And I am Lady Attercop.
And we have been discussing musical things, memories.
Yes. Well, we
inspirations.
We started talking about Andrew Fletcher from Depeche Mode passed away.
Yes, and that was that made us sad.
And we were sad, and then we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do when these seminal musicians of our youth start to... Fletcher was very young.
Yes.
I mean, 60s, not that old. You and I are closer to 60 than further away from it. But, you know, it's a thing we have to start considering. One of our all-time faves, a seminal musician for both of us in our youth, turned 65 this year. And it's something we have to start considering, thinking about what are we going to do in the future.
Wait, she turned 65?
Yes.
Susie Sue is 65?
Susie Sue is 65.
She can get a senior discount.
She can. Well, I'm turning 45 and I'm already getting shit from AARP, so.
Well, yeah. Well, that starts as soon as you hit 40.
I know. They're all
That's
like.
weird.
Oh, and they targeted at me. They're all like, while I was doing my silk flying lessons, I got a discount with AARP. I literally had a targeted ad at me with a middle-aged woman on, like, you know, aerial silks.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, you sons of bitches. How dare you target me this absolutely well? I don't do aerial silks.
I was going to say, are you thinking about it? Did you look that up?
But I know people who do.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest.
I mean, yes, I know.
We both do.
I know plenty of people who do that.
Yeah, we do.
If I didn't have a really, really terrible fear of heights, I probably would have done those.
Right. That would be, it's not something that's not appealing.
No. I've stared at it and thought, I could do that. And then I go,
cool.
no, because it's up high, and I'm clumsy on the ground.
Right. I don't need to add a 4-foot drop to my inability to stay upright on the ground.
No, and you weren't around locally when I was doing theater and burlesque and stuff, so you did not have to witness the horrors of me doing dance routines in front of people.
No.
And some of them were not great. And some of them were a lot of work and a lot of bruises, and it was not pretty. And
I mean, like I said, we both know people currently who do aerial silks. We both know people in the past who have done aerial silks. We both know members of the burlesque community.
Yeah, it's true. Oh.
We're the kind of people that know members of the burlesque community.
Oh, no, and it's true. When they start using music, I mean, they started using, like, The Cure ages ago to market to people, but I think it was actually, like, a decade ahead of me at the time.
Yes, because we got into the Cure in the 90s.
Yes, but now it's
oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, if they start using Susie Sue or I don't know.
They've already done Nirvana.
Soup Dragons.
Oh, they've already done it. I have heard Pearl Jam and Nirvana.
In an ad?
In an ad.
Oh,
the Nirvana song was in an ad for a baseball game.
I don't like that.
On I don't know what console, but I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah,
And
no, that's not.
Mr. Ducky actually said these words to me the other day. He's like, is it just me or are commercials like getting better? Like they're way more targeted. I'm like, no, honey, you're just in the target. You're just in the demographic they're targeting now. Welcome to middle age. And he was like, no!
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is true. We are reaching that age.
We are that age. AARP has our fucking number.
It's not fair. And on that note,
they're like, dude, do you remember when you got that piercing at 25 that you still kind of have? AARP remembers. Here's an ointment.
have you thought about getting a new one because you're about to turn 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did actually get a coupon for that.
Piercing?
No, it wasn't for a piercing, but it was for jewelry, for body jewelry, and I thought, oh, how did you know that I was thinking about that? Oh, the algorithm.
The algorithm got
me.
This got our number.
It's not fair. I don't like it.
I did have the child. It sounds insulting to call her a child. She's in her 20s, and I have the receptionist.
She's still a child.
At the hair salon.
As we are old. We are old.
Just turned 21. Is newly minted 21 this year. And was like, oh, I like your septum piercing. I like that it's a big gauge. Because I had taken my mask down to eat something. To be like, oh yeah, this septum is. Oh no, I just started doing the math.
Is older than she is.
Hold on. It's not. It's not older than she is, but it's close. It is well over a decade and a half old. I was like, it's at least 15 years old. It might be older than that.
So I gave away 2 pairs of Doc Marten boots that are 30 years old.
That were older than the recipient that got them?
Oh yeah, they were teenagers. They were apparently they had been apparently very excited about having some Doc Martens, but they're a little pricey.
Yeah, they're pricey.
And their parents were a little apprehensive about buying boots.
Yeah, expensive
boots that they might grow out of. And so I had mentioned, well, I have a pair that I can't wear anymore. My feet have gotten a little bigger, and because there's that weird
gravity has happened to my feet.
Yeah, the weird growth spurt you get in your middle age.
It's not a growth spurt. Your feet just get flatter.
Yeah, it's just weird
and wider, and you have to go up a shoe size.
Yeah, it's just weird.
FYI to all our younger listeners, is coming for you.
Yeah, it's just weird, and so
gravity has affected your bones.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't like it, but so I had these boots, and so I offered to give them to them. They were very excited about it. And then I started doing the math and going, oh my God, these boots are old. Like, they're they could be your parents. Like, these boots are so old. Like, one of them I have actually had since I was in high school. And
they're vintage.
Yes. Well, they're both vintage.
At this point.
But and they lasted, and they're in very good shape.
Yeah,
and
man, those 90s.
Yes, and so I was
they're like Doc Martens if you got them, the ones from England.
Yeah, and so I had been holding on to them, hoping to give them to somebody who actually wanted them, rather than because I felt weird about just putting them
releasing them into the wild.
Yeah, taking them to a good thrift shop or something like that. I just felt weird about it. Like, I don't know. They might just sit there forever, and
you wanted to pass them on to the right person.
Yeah, to somebody who would actually be excited about them.
That's how I found Susie Sue.
Yeah.
That's
look at that roundabout.
Segue. That was pretty good. It was, I think, I believe I have mentioned my friend's older sister before that I had a crush on in middle school, Trinity. Yeah. I'll use her real name. She'll be thrilled. It's fine. Everybody knew. The one that drove the white checker car from the 1950s. My friend put together a mixtape of music that she had gotten from her sister that she thought I would like. And it was Susie and the Banshees on the second side, last track. I remember this mixtape that clearly. And it was Fear of the Unknown. It was a remix that I have not found that you and I decided was probably the single from Batman Returns.
It was. It was I'm fairly certain it's the single that it was face to face on one side, and then Fear of the Unknown, the remix version on the other side.
And that would have been the right time period.
I
and
feel
my
like
friend was obsessed with Tim Burton's Batman Returns because she was in love with Catwoman.
Yes. Well, who wasn't?
I mean, honestly.
I don't even.
Should have come to a few realizations much younger, but hey, it was the 90s. We were all idiots.
There was a lot of repression.
Maybe that might have even been the late 80s.
Yeah.
Because it was when I was still in middle school.
So late 80s. It would have been.
I remember how old I was. I remember that because I went, oh my God, what is this? And it was, like I said, literally, still remember, last song, second side. Because I would rewind and replay that song over and over and over again.
Well, so my discovery of Susie Sue was that when I was in high school and I had just joined the ranks of high school because I had been a homeschooled weirdo freak before that. And
poor baby
I
Emmett.
had no friends. And a person who became a friend of mine, but at the time was not even necessarily an acquaintance, on the periphery, a potential.
A person in the hallway that you passed.
Her name was Layla, and which if she listens to the show, she will also be thrilled that I have mentioned her.
They don't listen to the show.
No one listened to the show. She came up to me and went, "You look like Susie Sue," because I had a bob, and my hair is very straight.
Yeah.
And Peep Show, Peekaboo, the Peep Show album had just come out, or at least she had just discovered it. And she went, "You look like Susie Sue," and I went, "I don't know who that is." And she's like, "Oh, well, you would like it." And I was like, "How do you know who? What? Who are you?"
I would.
I don't know. And so she
Those
set my mind in like, I was very like, what? I guess I gotta go look this up stuff. And back in the olden days, there was not an internet, so you had to I had to go find some cool magazines.
You had to go to a record store.
I had to go to
or
a record store, and then I found that music. I found a tape.
Oh.
I got a tape.
Yeah.
Of Peep Show.
Yes.
Listened to it and went, oh, I actually really like this. And then I immediately bought the tape, and then I bought the poster where Susie Sue is dressed like a cat with the gold hat on the ears and the cat suit and stuff, and that immediately went up on my wall and in my bedroom, and then I became obsessed with Susie Sue, and I bought every single album I could find, even some imports.
Oh, yes.
I bought all the tapes.
I had some imported tapes, too.
Yeah. I had all of it. I had some John Peel sessions. I had all of it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. The John Peel sessions.
Yeah, I had it all. I had a bunch of stuff.
I definitely did not have her entire discography because it was expensive because you had to import it.
Yeah, no, that's what I did. That's what I got. Also, my biological father was really trying to make me friends with him. So he would
buy your affection.
He would buy my affection by taking me to comic book shops and music stores. And I would get to buy one or two cassettes, and so I would always pick the imports because they were too expensive.
Oh my God!
Because I would normally I would not buy them.
Right, because they were pricey. They were $20. $15, $16,
$17.
Oh, they were $20 in Florida.
Oh yeah, no.
They were super pricey.
Well, we were in New England, so it's a little closer. A little closer.
Didn't have to cut child credits far down south.
Yeah. But yeah, they were $15, $16, and we'd buy
that extra gas they had to spend to drive it down the peninsula.
I don't know.
Too much.
All I know is that so I would get him to buy those for me. So I'd get one or two from.
Oh man, where was? Okay, so I lucked out and found my first Susie cassette in a used record store or a used CD store, like the thing they don't have anymore.
No,
because no one buys physical media. Yeah. But it was Through the Looking Glass was my first, and then Juju was my second.
Oh, see, Through the Looking Glass is actually, I have to say, my favorite.
It's a good one.
Album.
I did not realize it was a covers album when I bought it.
I didn't either.
Did not. I think I have mentioned that I thought The Passenger was a Susie Levanti song, and that Iggy Pop was covering her music work.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the order I heard it in.
No, I felt that way about that whole album.
And I think I got Juju. I think I picked Juju because I believe that's the one Robert Smith plays on, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be. Yes.
But those were my two first, and I had them on cassette, and I got them at a used cassette store or a used CD store. And then I was regulated to whatever so it was Sam Goody, and I forget the name of the other place that had a Ticketmaster in it in the mall.
Like a Tower Record or
it wasn't Tower because it wasn't Tower, but it was either Sam Goody or the other one. I can't remember the other one. That's where you could buy the imports. And then there was Uncle Sam's was a music head shop next door to the comics place that I would sneak in. Yeah, because it was a head shop, so they sold bongs in there. Listeners, if you don't know what a head shop is,
no,
they might not. This might not be it. Back in the day, back in the 90s, before dispensaries were legal and marijuana was legal in the United States in any shape or form, especially in Florida. We had these things called head shops. We had a lot of them because it's a very touristy kind of industry. And they sold bongs, which they always had.
Water pipes.
Water pipes. Sorry, excuse me. Water pipes.
Yes. You have to. Yes. You weren't allowed to say if you mentioned that you were going to use
buying for a bong.
If you were using illicit substances with it, they would immediately
kick you out because you were a narc.
Yes. Well, also because you're not supposed to be.
Yes, but they sold like bongs, a smattering of clubwear, occasional Doc Martens, some random music.
Sometimes there would be comics.
A lot of Grateful Dead stuff. Manic Panic. That was where you would get Manic Panic back in the day.
Yes.
And just kind of like assorted other crap for getting high and listening to music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, random clubwear because it was Florida.
Yeah.
So there had to be a rave section.
So weird.
But yeah, Uncle Sam's. I don't think they're there anymore. I think there's still one that exists in Miami Beach. So a shout out to a real one.
Yep.
Oh, and they always smelled like and incense. You could get incense and like cheap
body jewelry,
quote unquote exotic artwork.
Yeah,
that was whatever they had imported from somewhere.
Black light
posters and black lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
basically Spencer's, but not a chain.
They might have a small supernatural sections. They might have a small section of like tarot cards and stuff. Occult things.
Yeah.
Definitely had some pentagrams.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of a more endearing Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them, all head shops.
And they smelled heavily of Nag Champa always, forever. Just seeped into the wood.
I'm sure whoever had to rent out the spaces after.
Whatever business went into those closed head shops later. Like, oh, boy, it sure smells incensey in here. You know there's still an operating head shop here in North Carolina?
There are.
I know. But like a freestanding one.
Oh. Well, there used to be one in Chapel Hill.
There was one in Chapel Hill. And that's not unusual. In a college town or a tourist area, there was usually a head shop. This was a random in deep southern North Carolina that I passed going to beauty school every day that rented U-Hauls and also was a freestanding head shop.
Oh. Well, I guess you had to diversify if you're you gotta, change your tact if you're gonna make it.
Those hippies don't need the same kind of products anymore because, the dispensaries are a thing now.
Yeah. And with that, let's play some music.
There was a bee, a pretty little bee. I see why you might choose it. I'd rather have a madman wasp, 'cause he plays all the music.
Choose the madman wasp. He plays all the music.
I liked playing some ska music. I couldn't help it.
Once again, showing our age.
Yeah. Also, that's my favorite special song.
It's a very good special song.
Yeah. I don't know why I dig it so much, but I do.
Because it's a good song, my friend.
My roommate in college was very big into ska music, and I believe he had the 2-tone special box set collection that was like all the ska music.
His greatest goal in life was to be a pick it up man.
It was his greatest goal. He really wanted to do that. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to be the guy that just stood up periodically in a ska band and went, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, hey, hey. That's all he wanted to do.
He wanted to be the dancing guy from Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yes, that was his goal.
All pick it up guys started as a fan who just wanted to get into the shows for free.
Yes, probably.
And the band went, oh no, he's in the band. What does he do? He's our dancing guy.
He's a dancing guy.
Everybody's got to have a hype man / pick it up guy / dancing guy. So
right.
he's ours. There's already 25 people on stage.
Yes, that is one of the things about a lot of ska bands is that they had like 40 members.
Well, you could have a horn section to have a ska band, so,
There's 40 members.
Horn sections don't come small. Ask big band leaders. Ask Desi Arnaz.
Right. There's at least 20.
Oh, Lucy. He's going to hit you, and that's domestic violence.
Oh, you went dark.
The olden times when it was funny to joke about beating your wife. And also your children.
It's never funny.
Speaking of the 90s, we've been rewatching Kids in the Hall.
Oh, the original series?
Yeah. The original.
Because we watched the new one last week. Yeah.
I will say that I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
The things that have aged the poorest are the domestic, the jokes about the parents beating the shit out of their children.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, giving your kid a black eye is no longer funny.
It's true. It wasn't funny then.
I mean, it really wasn't funny then, but it was some reason acceptable.
And of course, this is the time where we end the show because that seems like a really good, pleasant thought.
Don't give your children black eyes on purpose.
No, just don't do that.
Don't give anybody a black eye on purpose.
No.
Unless they deserve it.
No.
Emmett advocates for no violence.
I try to.
I'm saying if you don't want none.
Don't start none.
Don't start none. Look, you can only suppress the Floridians so far.
Fair enough. And with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And they are Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do.
It's love. Occasionally violent love.
This is Mad Wasp Radio, home of the hits.